Okay, how are we doing now? We got any sound out there? That looks like we're spiking nicely. Okay. Anything? Any sound? Hey Jeff, they can't hear us.
Okay, on the bottom right, there should be the top one on the bottom right box.
Yeah, I clicked that.
And unblind it.
Audio is now on. We're back. Okay. We got her. Well, thanks, both of you, for coming on back. We'll hopefully get the word out to other folks who are watching there and see if we can't get that link reestablished and working again. Technology. What are you going to do? Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. The good news is that the election didn't stop, so we still got something to watch together.
Oof.
Jeff's just taking his dog out to do dog stuff, so we're going to just kill a bit of time while that happens. And we'll check in with the results.
Real quick.
Yeah, mute. Jeff's opening a beer and doesn't want We said we were going to drink openly on this show, but we put it in mugs because our Canadian take must be done with beer. So cheers. We're gonna throw the link in. Can we throw the link into the comments there, Mister?
Lincoln. No
Yeah.
one's done more for the black community since Trump.
Oh, that's good. I'm good after that.
The link for what?
Oh, just so we can get like.
Oh,
Should we reestablish the old one somehow
Nope.
and add that? Nope. Okay, this is the new link.
This is the new link. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
It crashed and it asked me to start a new one, so I did.
Okay, perfect. I might throw something up on Insta here and see if we can get the new link there. In the meantime, no big changes in the numbers. It is starting to scale back the other way. And by the other way, I mean we're starting to see a bit of gains in the Republican side. But that is to be expected as a lot of those eastern states finalize their tallies, well, as finalized as they will be tonight. I don't know if anybody's going to call the numbers tonight. With so many mail-in ballots out there, I think it's going to be a couple weeks at least.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get the channel up on here. Canoes
Okay.
Podcast. Have to find what the link is. They got a couple people here.
While you do that,
Let me not crash anything here.
yeah, that would be good. I think I've noticed that there is a bit of a shifting. The red Republican states have gone from more of kind of like a rooster with a gammy leg, and now it's looking more like stork-esque with a longer beak, smaller crops on the backside. So if you're playing the cloud game at home, that's what the states look like.
That's what this looks like?
Yeah.
What I don't see where the body is.
Well, the body's down through Texas, Oklahoma, Kentucky. You know, the leg, the stubbled leg would be Florida. And, you know, the foliage up the backside is, you know, our Pennsylvanias, Ohio's, etc.
Interesting.
And, of course, you know, the long neck being Utah, dipping into the Great Lake for a drink. Yeah.
I still don't see it, but I believe you.
Okay. Camel. Also a camel.
I don't know how to get the link, so I can share it here. Let me find that out for you.
Okay, you bet.
How to find...
If you folks are following us, which clearly you are, you know about our podcast, Canoes, which is, of course, full of current events. No longer current because we haven't recorded in a while, but it's interesting takes on the news, and that's what we're doing here today. Might be worth doing that again, eh?
What, this?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, once we get all the kinks out, I think it'll be fantastic.
Yeah. So we're seeing now numbers coming out of Iowa, which are, I don't think, surprising. Biden with a bit of a win there, lead rather. Iowa did go red in 2016, so this is good. It's tight, but hard to know how it's all going to shuffle out. What we're seeing is a lot of states, of course, showing blue, showing red, and then, of course, flip-flopping as they go, which tight races tend to do a lot of. As you mentioned earlier, Jeff, Biden has taken Illinois and the D.C. district.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say D.C. district. That's like saying
The District of Columbia.
district. Yeah. Indiana has gone for Trump. Kansas, Trump, or Republican, and a lot of other mid-American states, Midwest, if you will.
I will. Thank you. I can't find the link to this, and I'm on a forum. At least I was on a forum a moment ago, and no one on the forum knows how to find the link when you're actually streaming to share it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
couple complaints about that.
Okay.
So sorry, I'm not sure how to share a link while we're actually doing it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a
you
bit
got
of
the
a
link.
kerfuffle.
Can we? I guess it's not just as easy as copy and paste the link that's in the at the top of the URL.
Nope.
Okay.
You would think it would be that simple.
Okay. Fantastic. We're still up and going there.
Yes, we are running right now.
We did talk that Mitch McConnell, although you're not a fan, he did win his re-election.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
I kid you not.
How is this possible?
Yep. It's closer. So, according to CBC, and it's funny how these numbers are so different from one platform, rather one media outlet to another. But we've got CBC Live showing us only 118 electoral votes for Biden compared to 102 for Trump. So it's interesting how there's such a discrepancy. I mean, we're talking about 13 vote difference. Sorry, not vote, but a seat difference. I don't know. You think that they would all kind of be close-ish?
You would think so.
However, this is indicative of, I feel like, our news streams these days and how they tend to be so all over the place.
Interesting.
Okay.
What's the source of box? Let me see here.
Well, I think let's take a 10-minute break while we try and figure this out. All of you out there, why don't you guys join us back in 10 minutes? Go grab a beer, grab a top up, hit the washroom, and we'll get these links figured out, send them out again, and power up shortly.
Yeah, I want to find the URL to share this with everybody
Okay.
that we lost. So.
Excellent. We'll see you guys very soon.
I mean, Russ said 810, but whatever. You know, I mean, what you just said about him was abysmal. I would never say something like that about another human being.
I would never say anything like that. Oh my gosh!
No, we're back.
Well, we're doing two
Look,
streams.
there we are.
we got streams and streams and streams. We had some problems with the YouTube channel, so we're streaming live now on Instagram as well. This is Jeff, of course, of Canoes fame. Say hi, Jeff. There you go.
Hi.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm watching ourselves like
Is this
45 seconds ago.
Yeah,
It's
get
really
weird
interesting.
delays. And I'm Brad. Of course, we're doing our America Votes Canada because you know what, folks, we've got a stake in this too. We sleep right next to Dumbo, as they say, and let's see.
Who says that?
Well, Trudeau said that.
Okay.
Yeah, Trudeau, the first one.
I didn't
Anyway.
know that. So, since we've been away,
Yeah.
and I've been fiddling with so much I didn't even notice, but have a look at the map there, Brad. What do you notice?
I've noticed, so we were talking about this before our break, but the West Coast hadn't chimed in, so the link went down. We had about 5 minutes. The West Coast is in.
This is where you say, kablam!
Kablam!
The West Coast is in, and it is, as predicted, it is all blue.
It's blue, and it'll be interesting to see how this starts to change the numbers. Oh, we see now the Electoral College, a massive surge for Biden, and everybody sighs a
What do you
little
got?
bit. of
I
relief.
have 209 to 112.
Yeah, we were talking about. I don't know how. I'm watching the CBC coverage over here. Jeff's got the one
PBS.
from PBS, and they they're off by 20 seats. I don't know how that's.
It
that
really
bad.
depends on how good the reporting is
Mm.
at each of them. I think that's really who you're coming down to. How good are they on the phone? How do they confirm the information?
Right.
Because you might have those what are those called? The editors. They're like, we can't publish it until we're sure.
Oh, that's
and
right.
then you get publishers who are like, good enough for me. Put it up. I mean, it's live. You can really kind of. I guess you can't really change it. Otherwise, you'll discredit yourselves.
That's never stopped
It's
anybody
never
before.
stopped us.
Well, you know what? That's why you come here, because when you're with us, you're gonna get that happy medium. You know, we're gonna take the best, we're gonna take the worst, we're gonna just mellow it out, spread that over some nice pumpernickel.
You're gonna take the okay with the bad.
That's right.
That's why you
yeah.
come here.
The good news is that it's looking good.
Yes, I agree. I think it's pretty clear that Biden only needs 270 to win, so he's already at 209 as per PBS.org. And yes, if you are right wing, it's a leftist crazy media conspiracy website. But 209 is closer to 270 than 118. If I said 112 a moment ago, it's 118.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So, this could be called fairly quicker than I thought. I see Texas is still pink. However, there is a majority there of those states that are shining blue.
Mhm.
And I think that could turn things for everything. So, Arizona, 73% of the vote is in, which is one of those light blues there between Texas and California there. That's Arizona. 73% of the vote is in, and it's 53.6 Biden. 45.1 for Trump, so he's got a 8-point lead there almost. Nevada, 0% of the vote is in for Nevada. This can't be right. Is Nevada gray on there? Nevada's gray on there. What's
Okay.
going on with Nevada? Let's find out.
It's all mail-in. Nobody went to the polling station. They're
all-
gonna count it all.
They're
next
all
week.
drunk and
That's
too
right.
busy partying.
I gotta plug in my computer, Jeff.
No problem.
Keep
Nevada vote, vote results.
Oh shit.
So it's gray everywhere. Why is Nevada not being counted yet? What's happening? Am I crazy? I'm not crazy because I've Googled it fresh and it's brand new. New York Times Nevada results. Let's see. Nevada is one of the most contested states in the presidential race. Joseph R. Biden Jr. has a steady lead over President Trump, who's hoping to flip Nevada. But it's still 0%.
We're showing up. So if you're out there and you got some leads on what's happening in Nevada right now, we'd love to know. For those of you on Instagram, check out the bio and you'll get the feed connection link is what they're calling it now to our YouTube stream. We are going to shut the Instagram down here in about, I guess when it runs out.
How about now? Russ
Okay.
is the only one watching the Instagram, but he says we're flipped. It's like a mirror on the opposite, and I can see that. Yeah, we're
Yes,
mirrored.
yes, it is.
That's crazy. I
Um,
have to go to my good side.
I thought we would switch halfway through. We'll go to the other
No,
side of the
really
storm
confused
door. But yeah, check out the link in the bio, and that'll take you to the YouTube stream, because that's where we're going till the
Russ.
bitter end, folks.
Ross, find out why Nevada is not being counted at all. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
We are fortunate today. We've got some great researchers. Unlike the folks at CBC, we are supported by a massive crew here, looking at 3 or 4 deep at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've always got at least 3 or 4 deep.
Yeah. Again, we've been back and forth talking about this, changes from last year. Not a lot. Like, there's no real surprises here with regards to states going differently than they did. I guess Arizona, it's shaded blue. If that goes to the Dems, that will be a big flip. But other than that, I think people were talking about Florida. Florida, of course, went to Trump. Texas, same thing.
Trump only leads Texas by 4 points.
So it's still an open race there. I
Yeah.
guess it's still technically an open race in a lot of these because of the mail-in factor.
Now, does that mean 4%, like we talk about in sales?
When you talk about points,
4 points.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a suave way of saying percent.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's only 4%. 4 points.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
That's like when I tell people my body mass index.
4 points.
Well, I wish it was 4 points. Yeah,
I'm only 6
Yeah.
stone.
got a 22 point. I guess the only one that's slightly Iowa. That has that's gone. I think they called that for Biden, or it's very close, but that went strongly Republican in 2016, and we're seeing a flip there.
In Iowa? Point to Iowa. Humor me. Point to Iowa on the map.
Iowa is we've got this just over here.
Of course I know where Iowa
Yeah,
is.
and we see here just
Oh, it's going blue. Yeah, absolutely.
below Minnesota. Minnesota.
Minnesota, eh?
Minnesota.
That's great. Well, this is getting. You're right. It's not super surprising. There's a couple that are
Yeah.
interesting to watch for sure, but nothing super major surprises. I don't think.
Montana. Now Montana is shading blue at the moment. I think that would be a big. How many seats have we got up for grabs in Montana?
Montana, I think, is right there. Nope, that's
Nope.
Kansas. That's Nebraska. Montana. Wyoming.
There you go.
3.
3 huge seats. That's a game changer. 3 seats.
It's
We'll
a
see.
disappointing non-game changer.
We'll see what happens. I don't know how in this day and age you can have some states worth. What's the highest? Is California the biggest?
California's 55. New York's 29.
Iowa's a big one, isn't it?
Iowa.
Yeah.
That's Idaho. Iowa, of course, is right
Just
the one you
below
were looking
Minnesota.
at. 6.
6. That's it.
No, California is the highest at 55.
Wow. Okay. So
Wait,
yeah, there's
sorry,
really
I
no.
didn't check Florida. 29. Yep. it's
29.
California.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong, Internet, Russ.
We've put it out there. So we'll see how that shakes out. Okay, folks, we are going to shut down the Instagram feed now. So again, go to my bio, check it out, follow that link, come over to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you there. Okay.
Some people might not know who you are.
Oh.
Like, I don't know who a couple of those people are. So
Oh.
so go to my bio. It doesn't mean anything. to
Well,
people.
that's my sister who's saying that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I
This is
think
your
she knows
sister?
who I am. Yeah.
That is. Oh, okay.
Okay. Bye bye, folks.
It's a friends and family night here.
Oh, why do I keep deleting these videos?
Pardon me. I touched my nose on camera.
Okay.
That was disgusting.
Back to the YouTube train.
Oh, you were all in on Instagram. Your mind was there. Now that it's off, you're like, I got to recalibrate.
Insta.
I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am all game for if he's at 209 already. I don't think 270 is too far off. So
You're gonna call it?
No, I
You
was gonna
calling
say like I was afraid we were gonna get to like 10 o'clock at night and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there is no indication yet.
Right.
But I think we're only at 8:15 p.m. on the West Coast here, and Biden's already at 209.
Mhm.
I think there's a clear discrepancy from 209 to 118. So I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. I think we'll know well before 10 p.m.
I think you're right.
I don't know if anyone's monitoring Trump's Twitter, but I'd love to
Oh
hear.
wow, we should have had that on. Can you get on that?
I
Yeah.
sure can. Sign in. This is
We're just going to check in with the CBC feed here. They're calling Connecticut for Biden. I think we knew that already. We've got Delaware for Biden. Shocking. Hey, nothing against Delawareans.
Hi.
And the
We're in
DC.
Delaware.
As
Trump
we said.
hasn't. Oh, it's pinned. Never mind.
I would
6
be-
hours. He hasn't posted in hours.
He's too busy. He's campaigning still.
Is he literally the one posting his text? His,
I think so.
tweets?
I think so.
Huh.
I don't think anybody hired on his staff would have that many spelling mistakes.
I guess, but I mean, some of them are him. But I mean, there must be somebody who has access to it that posts for him.
Right.
I'm sure he's the one doing it at 3 a.m. all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are days where he's posted 50 times.
Maybe not.
More than
I'm
that.
sure he also has somebody running his account, but I
Scheduled
bet
stuff
but I bet most of it is him.
posted by Hootsuite.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, he hasn't posted for a while. I thought it would be interesting to see what he's saying. Unless I'm missing something crazy, the only ones on here are a retweet from 6 hours ago, post from 7 hours ago, and that's all she wrote.
Well, they're talking about, even though it is fairly strongly leaning towards Biden here, they are still talking about a long night. And I don't know if that's because we've got a lot of mail-in ballots to count, although they're not expecting to get through any of those.
They may not have to if these electoral votes keep going in the direction of Biden.
So what, they just won't bother counting them?
Well,
I think Trump will insist on it.
here's the stupid thing. Like, we have first past the post here in Canada. This is technically first past the post. If he gets 270 electoral votes, the discrepancy.
Oh, interesting. I didn't think about
Right?
that.
Like, I don't think
Yeah.
they need to go through all the popular votes. I think
Yeah.
whoever gets the electoral college is the winner.
Yep.
I think they'll still go through everything through December and make sure everything's verified. But depending what Trump's reaction is to all of this,
Yeah.
I think we'll know the results tonight pretty quick.
Wow. Well, that would be splendid. I'm sure all of us would be very happy to have it decided. Jeff, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of those viewers that we encouraged to come over from Instagram did not do that. In fact, I don't think we really gained anybody there. Should we chalk up the Instagram? Do you have an Instagram?
I have Instagram, yes.
You should go Instagram live. Well, you're
I should go Instagram live.
just right now. Yeah, real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get my Instagram
Okay.
open here. and
That's
go
great.
live.
I mean,
Oh, I gotta charge
we
my phone.
love the YouTube viewers. Obviously, bread and butter. They're our base. We've got to reach out. We've got to work. Got to hustle.
Live.
Nevada state is delayed by an hour after judges rule to keep some polling locations open later. There we go. Thank you very much, Russ. That is the word why you're getting a big gray symbol over Nevada.
Am I live?
You get once you press it, it'll say you are live. It gets so excited
It
with
didn't
itself.
say you are live. Checking connection. It
Then
says.
it'll say you are
You
live.
are now live. There we go.
Hey,
Am I this way?
hey.
Is that better?
It
There we
is
go.
much better. You can see me through the screen.
All right, here's
We're-
our actual live feed. This is
we're
pretty exciting.
Doing things very safely here.
And how do you know who's watching on the Instagram?
That's a good question, Jeff.
Thanks.
We're on all of the streams here now.
Oh man, this is gonna fall over in like no time. No one touch anything or do anything.
What's going on here? Nope, not
Oh,
cancel.
see,
We're good at technology.
there we go. Let's move this over here like this.
Okay.
We got a couple of people coming. They're just
do you
on
want a coffee mug?
We got a couple of people coming. They're just on a group call, so I can tell you that much. We're
Okay.
good to go. So, and we got some Instagram people on.
We'll put the
Hi.
Instagram back there. Lots of waves. Hello.
Awesome. Yes.
Screen is very prominent.
Oh yes. So
We're-
just so
we're
everyone
being
knows,
safe.
we are distancing. We have to do that, and that's very important. So, Brad brought over a door.
It's a storm door
Yeah.
for potentially stormy circumstances.
Which we're what's the word? Primed to?
Primed. We are
No.
ready. We are on standby. Yes, unlike the National Guard. Numbers
that's idiot.
still showing the same. I guess now we're waiting for the
Trump wins Idaho and Utah.
so they are calling that,
So
which
they're
is
done.
great.
76-19 for Trump in Idaho. Holy shit.
That is quite a spread.
That is quite the delta.
Seeing some good changes here. I mean, well, I shouldn't say good. I mean, seeing some
Wyoming
changes.
76-20, same thing. Holy cow.
I guess. I mean, it'll be interesting to look at the. I gotta stop putting my hands up like that. It'll be interesting to look at the at the numbers after, hey, to see, because you just see the red or green. That's all, or the red or blue rather. You don't actually get a breakdown unless you're doing what you're doing. And
I'm seeing
hovering over.
percentages, and I can see how much of the vote is already in. So the grays that I've got live here, anyway, that's actually more up to date than what I'm looking at.
Okay.
So what you're seeing on our channel here is actually more up to date than what I'm calling here. Montana is only 33% of the vote counted so far, and actually Trump is ahead in that. So this is actually showing blue.
Yeah.
So this is way out of date.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is so old. How old is it? It's
Lindsey
so
Graham
old.
is.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
how old is it? Sorry, I was watching Lindsey Graham
Clearly.
professing that Trump's still gonna win. How old is it?
Oh, I didn't have a punchline, but it's so old that I haven't refreshed it since those gum commercials where the guy goes, refreshing!
Oh gosh.
That's all I got.
Nice.
Not bad for on the spot.
So we are still, again, the numbers still, it's interesting how we go to, like, there was a lot of movement for the first couple hours there. Then we see a bit of a lag, I guess, as the stations catch up, as we move across the time zones. They've got to close the poll in one state. We've got a few hours while they catch up, tally things, and then they release the numbers.
I don't know what time the polls close at and how the counting works. My assumption was as soon as the clock struck 12:01, they
Right.
have to go do a mad dash to all the mail-in votes. How could they not?
Yeah, and again, some states will count them as they come in, and some states will do them all at once. So it just depends on.
Do them all at once.
Well, they wait until the polls will close, and then they start counting them.
Oh, but that's like 5 o'clock at night. Or 8 o'clock at night.
Yes,
Well, that's preposterous.
yes. Well, I think that's why we're gonna not see official results until probably a couple weeks, if not longer.
Is there a similar thing in the States where, like Toronto and Ottawa are all like, we're Canada, and then Vancouver and BC, they're like, you guys are over on the West, you don't matter, because by the time we're in bed, you guys are just getting home for dinner. And then, so over there in DC and New York,
Yeah.
are all the West Coast states, are they more like, or are they actually waiting, oh, I can't wait to see what happens with Wyoming, and not Wyoming, that's a bad example, with Nevada and Arizona. Damn it, my phone keeps falling over.
Do you need a mug?
I do.
It's hard to say. I mean, I think every state has their own bias, and every state has their own, loyalties, and I think it is a lot like up here. Yeah, you don't need me for this. We're going to take a look at, just going to close out of the CBC here. Take a look at, again, the 2016 differences. Not a lot, as we've been saying all night. But we are seeing some blue trends up through Montana and, of course, New Mexico.
Blue trends coming up in Nevada. A heavy storm. And
This is very much, we do need a green screen so we can reference him behind us. This area here, a large red surge.
there's a mug with water in it, so weight it down.
Well, I think the good news, Jeff, we might be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Together? That
Hey,
sounds like
we'll see
how
what
I
happens.
expected tonight to go.
Yep.
You know what? You're barely even in this. But I don't want the water to spill.
That's perfect.
I'll just lean it through the window here.
There we go. Couldn't get any better than that.
So, maybe we should do canoes again. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Why don't we take a live poll?
How many thumbs up should we
Whoa!
get?
80% of the vote is already in. Oh, Russ came through. Nevada's state result delayed by an hour after judge rules to keep some polling locations open later. Okay.
Yep.
So is that until like 9 p.m. Central or Pacific or Mountain?
I guess it depends on what later means. One of us can look that story up if you like, but
That's what Russ is
Nope.
for. He says no.
what's the time? What's the time, Russ? When are they going to close it down?
This is how live TV works. He says no.
Yeah, I don't know. We've definitely hit a stagnant point here. The numbers aren't really moving. I guess through the midsection of the U.S., we got to allow all those things to catch up.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a time where it's not nail biting time.
Mm.
Now it's like we don't need to bite our nails because there's like probably an hour or so until
Right.
something major happens.
Right. Well, can anything at this point really change the trajectory of a Biden win? I don't think so. I mean, I think it's pretty much with that much. He's got almost 80 votes ahead. 80
Yeah,
seats
I
ahead.
don't see a lot of opportunities. I think the big thing here is going to be Florida and Texas aren't in.
Okay.
Your map is gone, but
Yeah.
Florida and Texas are going to be pretty big.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and do the math
No.
because I couldn't if I tried. But Florida is 20,
Well, you said 29.
29
Yeah.
and Texas is 38.
Okay.
So that's almost 70 votes.
Right.
That's how I do math. I round up to the nearest zero, and then if it's not good enough, I don't care.
And that is enough to swing it. I think it's enough to make it close.
Yeah,
So that
because
it could be-
if Trump takes both, that's almost 70. That's almost 70 votes. That would take it from 120 to 190. Actually, no, that wouldn't be enough at all. I mean, that would be interesting.
Right.
But unless Biden crashes and burns in the other states, because the ones that are going pink here, Ohio's 18 though.
Okay.
So that's 18 more. That's almost 20 more. And Pennsylvania's 20. Okay, so Pennsylvania's not called yet.
No, and that is definitely a red state.
This video game called Life just got a little bit more interesting
Okay.
as we did some math here.
So, so it's amazing when you dig down on the details how things change. There's a little
Things just got exciting.
life lesson. So it's not done by any means, although it just is a matter of how the states come out as they close, I guess. We see these surges one way or the other as the polling stations wrap it up. A lot of votes to come in. I'm excited. What are you going to have for breakfast tomorrow?
That was quite the detour.
Wow.
Tomorrow I'm going to have for breakfast what I have every single weekday.
Yeah.
I have a peanut butter granola bar,
Okay.
which is the,
Oh, Nature Valley?
Nature Valley,
Oh,
yep,
love
peanut butter granola bar,
Yeah.
and a fruit, those fruit bars that are like rectangular.
Yeah.
That used to be this long, and the package is still this long, but the actual bar is about this long.
Oh,
So you can actually fold over the packaging
yeah.
to 3/4 of the way down at the size they used to be. It's just like chocolate bars are
Yeah.
like half the size they used to be.
And
There's what
deodorant.
it
You ever seen how much
is.
is in a stick
Deodorant
of
I have on
deodorant?
weekends for breakfast.
That's good. You don't.
Oh,
want-
you were oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Well, the deodorant I have now is like this big because they used to have 2 packs.
Right.
Not 2 packs, but 2 packs.
Right.
And now they have like this combined deodorant. So my deodorant stick is like this huge, not stick, it's that wet stuff.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I mean, it's pretty big. They used to be like this big, and you'd be like, oh,
So it's getting better. Deodorant is going in the other direction.
I guess.
Compared to chocolate
if that's
bars.
where you see, if that's where you see value, yes. Deodorant's getting bigger, chocolate bars are getting smaller.
Okay.
Yes, to your point.
There's the real news
Absolutely.
story.
Therein lies the rub, as
Hmm.
they say.
Did I ever tell you about my Nutrigrain or Nutri-Valley story when I was auditioning?
No.
And you had to take a bite. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not an actor. So I took way too much of a bite, and I had all of this and a dry mouth because I'm nervous
Oh,
anyway.
the crumbly one?
No, it was the peanut butter one.
Oh, okay.
And so it's in my mouth, and then I have to deliver a line.
Yeah.
So out with the line comes a glob of Nutri-Valley bar and
Mhm.
lands in my co-host's cleavage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what
yeah.
did he say when that happened?
What did I say?
What did he say when that happened?
Oh, he said, well, she said it was, well, they had cut the scene, but yeah, I don't think.
Before it even got to her boobs,
God.
they were like, stop right there.
We know what you're doing.
And we're not
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, didn't get called back.
The script clearly states.
What if Trump wins? Then what are you going to have for breakfast? I'm kidding.
If Trump wins,
Deodorant.
I'm going to have whatever you do for hangovers for breakfast.
It would be, it would be nice if a few of these ones that were so talked about. I mean, there's been a lot of conversations about Florida and Texas. If they were a little closer, but it feels like we've just kind of fallen into old routines a little
Not
bit.
necessarily, because Arizona is, according to your map there, it was close.
Yep.
But Joe Biden, with 73% of the votes in, Joe Biden leads by 8 points in Arizona.
Okay.
And for those that weren't here before, we decided that points means percent, just
Yeah.
like in sales. So
Yeah.
if it says he leads by 8 points, that means he's leading by 8% with 73% of the vote in. Nevada, as Russ mentioned, is not being counted yet, or being released anyway. Texas, 76% of the vote in, and Trump is leading by 5 points. What is this? Minnesota, 62% of the vote, and Biden's leading by 12, even though it's grayed out for some reason.
I'm curious to see what their first acts as either re-elected or elected presidents will be. Like, what is the first thing? Because this has been such a contentious, just vicious campaign. Like,
Well-
what's the first thing they're going to do? They've got to have something in the chamber ready to go.
I mean, Biden's going to have to start going towards undoing a lot of what Trump did,
Right.
especially in terms of, environmental protection for one thing.
Everything.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start. So much that the Supreme Court is now so stacked against decent people that I don't know even where to begin with that. So, and Trump has already stated that he's got a number of plans in mind, not in terms of an actual plan, but in terms of both of our batteries are going to die.
Okay.
But in terms of making sure he's nominating more or appointing more judges, and then making changes that he's already doing, making it more difficult for any terms of democracy to fall through. His ability to stack the judges and stack even his own cabinet with whatever he wants or whoever he wants between now and January is what he's going to do regardless of what happens tonight.
Right.
So even if when he loses, he's going to make it so impossible and so like 2021 is just going to be nothing but backtracking and undoing.
He's going to burn the
That
house
he's
down.
going to go, look, he's done nothing. He's going to go on his OAN network
Yeah.
or Trump TV or whatever he's going to call it, and start bashing Biden's role. And that's going to cause even more and more and more chaos because people are going to still be following Trump as if he's the president. And they're going to be calling Biden not my president. And it's going to be a rough year, 2021. You thought 2020 was bad?
I did.
Buckle up.
Before we lose our feeds respectively there, in my bio at Brad Rossington is the link to our YouTube channel and our stream going on there. So as we shut down our Insta feeds, please come over there, join us. We've got some interactive, well, they're not interactive, but we definitely got maps, breakdowns of how the election's falling out, and of course our Canoes logo, which is Jeff has designed specially for this event. I've got to shut mine down. I'm losing my feed here, but goodbye, folks. Join us on. I was trying to do a cliffhanger there, but I didn't.
Oh, you did. Don't forget to check out my. There we go. Boy, it would be great if everyone joined us on. Oh, there's more people here now. Okay, great. So if everyone wants to hop onto YouTube, there's our actual live chat there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to respond to anything going on Instagram. So if you go on, where are they going to get the link from? I know. I'll find it on here.
Yeah, it's too bad we could. Can we paste it in the comments?
Am I able to do this? Is this going to break anything if I go
Probably
here and
will, but
look
that's
at
what
my
we're here to
own-
do. Break stuff.
look at my own feed here? How do I
Missing
do this?
you, wishing
Come
you
on
were
now.
here. 209 to 118, no change. It's been approximately 25 minutes. This is the story. Like, here we thought this was going to be, going crazy. Okay, Biden's done it. He's won. But we really did not have enough vamping material lined up.
How do I share this?
Yeah. Hey, if anybody knows how to share our link, that would be helpful. 'Cause we're struggling a little in that department.
Copy link. There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
There's going to be some interesting Google searches, I think, tomorrow. You know how after Brexit, everybody was like, what is Brexit? I think one of them is how to share a link
There we go.
Okay.
How to
Did you figure it out?
How to yep.
Okay.
So if you're on Instagram, join us there on YouTube. Yeah, how to move to Canada.
Okay.
I think that's spiked up there.
Right, there was that big crash in the 2016, the Border
Yeah.
Services, website crash.
Yep.
Interesting.
I think
Interesting.
that's going to be
Okay.
a realistic big thing that people are going to be looking up again. I'm not surprised. We definitely don't want a big giant influx of people who are just there to make a joke out of moving to Canada,
Yeah.
or it's not a simple process to move and change your job, your monetary expectations. I mean, our money's worthless. Don't come up here.
Yeah.
I mean, you may as well come here to vacation, spend all your money here. It's worth like 800% more if you come here to vacation. Like, why don't more people do that?
I don't know. I mean, that's why there's so many movies shot up here, and a
We
lot
go
of
the other
sports
way
movies.
around. Why do we go to the States and spend, 35% more? Why
Yeah.
don't they come here and spend their money here? Why don't we have a huge tourist, what's it called? Industry.
Yeah, I think we
bigger.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do, but why is it not like quadruple? I mean,
Is it huger?
it should be huger.
Yeah.
It should be bigly.
Well, perhaps we're in the wrong.
It's a word I learned in 2016.
Bigly?
Bigly.
I'm okay. I'm okay with the level it is. You see a lot of those, tourist spots now, and you can't. There's the perfect photo which shows the beach bare, but in actuality,
A beached bear?
the beach bare. No, the beach is bare. The
Oh.
bare beach.
Oh, bear, like
Yeah.
B-A-R-E.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You meant like a beached whale, but a bear. Like, how'd that happen?
But when then you want to go and enjoy it. I mean, that's I think a big problem, and not a problem, but a lot of why Hawaii wants to regulate the amount of tourism coming in.
Yeah,
We've got
I went
this
to Hawaii
beautiful
years
place.
ago, and it was, there's a lot of tourists there.
Yeah.
It's, you go to the beach, and it's people who have clearly rented cars, and lots of families. And
What have you got against renting cars?
Well, it's just that they're all like they're driving from where their villa is, maybe 6 blocks up the street. And
Oh, I
they're driving
see.
and parking. Like, all the parking spots the streets all lined with cars, and you want to go to the beach, and you get to the beach, but 5 feet away, there's cars everywhere. And
I see.
where did you all come from?
Yeah.
And it's all people who are clearly tourists.
Yep.
And it's yeah. I
So there you go.
I
You don't
guess
wanna
there's
be
technically
Hawaii,
nothing
right?
wrong with that, but I'm just saying it was very busy.
Sure. Fair enough. Yeah. So let's keep Canada quaint.
Let's keep Canada dry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jen, this is the first time we've done this live, as you will note
Yeah.
from the many mistakes
It's
we've
flawless, isn't it? Still no movement.
Yes, Michaela, we talked about the mini Melanias and how ridiculous it is. That I posted on Facebook the other day. There's a crazy fake Melania thing, and if you look it up on Google, there's not a whole ton about it,
Suspicious.
which is really suspicious because
Yeah.
apparently it's been going on far longer than I thought. It's not just the one time.
Really?
Yeah, it's happened multiple times.
What? How?
That's what I want to know. How?
It-
How is it possible they've had a fake Melania at many events
Yeah.
and people haven't gone?
Maybe the fact that there's nothing on Google about it is the telltale sign that it's not a real story.
That's what my concern is.
Yeah.
But if you watch the video,
What's different?
I
Just the fact that they're kissing? That's to tell?
No, it's not damn well Melania.
Maybe she got a new hairdo.
No, you know what she looks like. She's got her eyes like she got a facial, what do you call this? Well, a facelift.
Yeah.
And she's got the bone structure, and even how she carries herself, and the fact that she's touching and kissing Trump.
Yeah.
It's
that's a
clearly not Melania.
Hmm.
Melania. Is that her
Melania.
name? Melania.
Melania, yeah.
Sorry, I keep saying Melania.
Yeah.
Melania.
Melania.
It's crazy. We think
I
there
don't
are at
know.
least 2. Yeah, see? I agree.
But
There
if
are-
it was that obvious, I mean, like Main
That's
Street.
the thing,
Main-
Brad. It's that obvious. I will show you. I can't. My phone's way over there.
I don't know. Yeah,
Posting
I don't
to nobody on Instagram. I couldn't possibly reach over there and grab it.
All right. Well, I don't know. I just think that if it was truly someone different, then somebody like CNN would pick it up. They'd know.
I don't know. I don't know. I saw it
She's
on. I saw it on Facebook as somebody else shared it on something called Bro something that I don't even follow.
Yeah.
The Bro Digest or something like that. So that's why I was like, well, is this really a thing? So that's why I Googled it, and I couldn't find anything about it. You're welcome to go find out for yourself. And if anyone's malarkey,
Yeah, malarkey is right.
That's what they should call her, malarkey. That'll really piss Trump off. I'm gonna find the video. I'm gonna show it to you. Bro Journal. That's what it was. No? Did I make that up? Bro code? It's something bro.
Well, we've still got. I
find
mean,
it on my
I guess
Facebook.
the election never really stops until it's decided. They just keep on. I mean, we go to bed. You know, we get up the next day, go back to our lives, but they keep counting votes.
I think it was closer. Yes, but then again, let's have a quick look. So
We're still missing
Texas
some
and
big-
Florida
yeah.
are still hanging by the balance here.
And even the states along the outside on the the northeast side, they are still undecided. I mean, they're showing as red. We've got Pennsylvania, which I think is still Pennsylvania is still open. Michigan is still up for grabs. Wisconsin is still up for grabs. I mean,
Trump
these
is
are-
leading heavily in Pennsylvania.
He is leading. Yeah, they're showing as red, but I guess they can't. They don't get added to the numbers until they've.
51% of the vote only in Pennsylvania. Trump is leading 55 to 41.
Okay. I mean, the chances of those. I guess that's where the mail-in really becomes crucial, because if a lot of those, which they're calling a lot of the mail-in ballots, saying that they're going to be heavily for the Democrats, or
Yep,
so
I would agree with that.
that's the linchpin. Poor
All right.
choice of words.
I think most people have gone to YouTube, which is awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So you know what I'm excited for is if Biden wins.
I have to show Brad the.
Oh, what do you?
If you're on Instagram, I have to show Brad
like a
the
private conversation.
Melania video
Oh.
that I posted on my own Facebook, so I need to go on there. So I'm sorry.
If Biden does win, while you do that, I'm excited to see if because he's what 77, 78.
Yep, 77.
It's I mean, God forbid something happens, but if something happens, I mean, he's 78, 77. Kamala Harris stepping up and doing the job. I mean, I think that's what really needs to happen. I think that Biden's just a placeholder.
Well, when he was picking a vice president, he literally was telling everybody, and everybody in his campaign and in his not campaign, everybody in his circle, whatever, was saying whoever takes the vice president role is going to have to be prepared
Yeah.
to take over almost immediately, or whatever the phrase is, something like that, almost immediately.
Did he do that?
Almost immediately. Let's just say I'm gonna my brains out.
Well, good. I mean,
Bro
like,
Bible. That's the site I got it on. Bro Bible. I don't follow them, but somebody shared it.
sounds.
That's
legit.
why I was like, I better check this out.
That's the second site I always reference when I'm looking for top quality news.
But watch this. Let's see if this even
But now
works.
with like deep fake videos, you can't.
Wait,
nothing's
this might be the
real.
real one as an example. Yeah, see, watch. See, you gotta get another angle here. That angle alone. Yep, see?
Yeah, there's some big sunglasses.
Yeah, but look at her face. Look at her nose.
Okay.
There's more. Don't worry.
I'm not convinced.
How can you not be okay, that's the same angle. That doesn't help.
Yeah,
Come on.
I don't know. I mean, you've seen the deep fake videos that they do.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I mean that's like from far away. I don't know. I just
The
think like
same angle.
it's so risky for him to do that. Like the cost, the reward to cost benefit analysis it's not worth it.
I agree.
I mean, he gets to kiss a stranger, so maybe that's a perk for him, but I don't know. Mind you, he really doesn't care if he gets called out on
Damn it.
anything, so maybe he's just like, let's give her a wingding.
Yeah, he really wouldn't care. Anyway,
Okay, some breaking news coming in just now. Oh wow! So we're on the CBC
Malarkey. Yeah.
site, and nothing has changed. It's still 192.
Big news coming in. Nothing has changed.
I don't know. I did not have enough vamping material here to You know, my whole thought process of doing the shapes in the clouds for the red states, that kind of, although it is looking different now. The camel thing is becoming more apparent, that's for sure.
I will tell you what's happening on pbs.org.
Okay.
It's probably the exact same
I will
thing,
drink
which was
my
209. 209 to 118 still. This has not been updated. I'll see if I can find any other information. 209 to 118 on the Globe and Mail as well. That's 209 to 118. Nothing's changing.
Yeah.
Nevada still hasn't been touched.
I mean, this is the greatest time. Like, if you're, you know,
Oh wait, Nevada, 1% of the vote have been counted now.
oh, good
Trump
Lord.
leads by 58 points.
With 1% of the
With
vote?
1%
Or they
of
just
the
like
vote.
Trump,
Yeah.
Trump, Trump?
Yeah, Trump. Montana, half of the votes come in.
I mean, I'm afraid
Trump leads by 3.
like, if we stop watching, does that change the outcome? Like, is it going okay because we're focused in on it? We're guiding the ship.
So you think the two of us
Yes.
are watching this pot boil?
Yep.
And if we stop and we wake up tomorrow, it'll all be fine.
Oh,
I think that's the case for everything.
I was
Like,
gonna
if
say
you
the
don't
inverse.
watch a movie,
Yeah.
did the movie really even matter? I mean, you wake up the next day and it's still there. You can watch it any time.
What I was saying is, because we're watching,
Yes.
are we the reason why it's the Democrats are leading? And if we stop watching, will the Republicans surge and win?
We can't take that risk.
That's what I'm saying. I would say, I would like to shut it down, but can we take that chance?
No, we have to keep watching and talking about it non-stop.
And drinking. Thank you.
And I don't expect anybody to be paying attention to this constantly.
I hope not.
I hope no, we can't possibly
No.
fill that much time.
I mean, you should be, like anything, you should be getting your news from multiple sources. We don't
That's
even
my
call this
rule.
news. This
4
is
to 5 sources before you confirm something. That's why this malarkia, what'd you call it? Malarkia thing, really bothered me. But I hadn't thought of the deep fake. You are right. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point. Funny, that's one of the first things you thought of. It didn't even cross my mind.
Only because, have you seen the Tom Cruise, what's his name? The SNL guy who does Barry? He's really good.
Yeah, he does the voice on the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Sure,
I
yeah.
can't remember his name, but yeah.
Russ will help us out. Anyway, there's a deep fake of him on I don't know if it was Letterman or somebody else, but he does Tom Cruise. He impersonates Tom Cruise.
He does a lot of impersonations.
Yeah, and they morph his face, and this is an old deep fake video. This has got to be.
I know his character is
5
Flint
years.
Clockwood in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Okay,
But
it'll
I
come
can't
up.
remember his actual real life name. I know cartoons better than I
Yeah.
know Bill Hader.
Hater, of course. Thanks, Michaela and Russ. Nice support there. Thank you.
Bill Hader, damn
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Anyway, that was
So many smart
eye opening for me. Because
What?
Well, just the fact that they could create, a video, an illusion.
Oh,
that
yeah,
good,
they've got awesome deep fakes now.
Yeah.
They're really good.
for sure. So
They've got,
Yeah.
not Biden, but somebody doing one that was, oh man, I just watched it like a day and a half ago. But it was maybe it was on John Oliver or something like that. They were showing how obvious deep fake can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish I could remember who the heck it was. But it was like flawless. It was dangerously incredible. And then there's one on Biden that came out last night.
Oh, really?
Biden saying, no, it wasn't a deep fake. Sorry, it was a video of him saying the wrong state.
Oh,
It's like going to a concert and being, yeah, Minnesota,
Yeah.
and you're in Wyoming, and they're like, yeah, boo.
But he's old. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Oh man.
As long as if I was that old, I'd just come out. Oh, where the hell am I? Where am I today? Huh? What? Okay, and then I'd say whatever they said.
I just say, and here's Kamala.
Wow. Yes.
Let her do it.
Make her do it. She's
Yeah.
gonna do a much better job.
Oh, we're all excited for that. Yeah.
She did come off a little condescending in her debate, though. Did you see that? Not that I have any. Pence was terrible,
Oh God.
but somebody was telling me Pence did a pretty good job. Who the hell was that? You're wrong, whoever you are.
I would say that because he did a good job doing what he does.
Yeah, but what he does is go, there's a snake in my boots. That's all he does.
Oh yeah.
Well, like he's getting cut off, but all he's doing, he's not saying anything of substance. He's just going, "We're going to get the American people. We're going to do the best we can for them." Mr. Vice President, I need to go. Best people in America need to know we're there for them. And, like he wasn't saying anything to get a
No.
point across.
Yeah.
He was just finishing a thought that had no real end to it.
Well,
Whereas, Kamala was saying stuff that was, I'm not going to use the word poignant necessarily, but she was certainly making a point.
Mhm.
Right? So you have to get the end of your thought out, whereas he was just saying absolute nonsense. I missed the fly part because I can't remember why I missed it.
Yeah, I
but
watched the whole thing. I didn't even.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the.
I saw
fly.
it the next morning. I was like, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. I mean, I thought he did a good job of, hammering home.
It was you.
It was me. I told you that. Of their platform. He would say. He would take whatever she had said and just revamp it into their platform. And he also
Describe the platform you're describing to me then.
like on every one of them, when he talked about their response to COVID, when he talked about their foreign policy, what else did they talk about?
But if he's just harping on the same stuff, we closed China when nobody else said we should, which is a bunch of malarkey.
no, what he
That's
does
not-
what he does well is he delivers a point in a digestible manner, in a nice concise amount of time. Like he's a good talking person, unlike me.
But he's a good talking.
But
guy.
because he I guess he has radio experience. That's where he comes.
Does he?
One of his backgrounds, yeah.
But he's he's not answering the question that was asked.
But that's not
what
the-
drives me absolutely insane.
But that's all politicians.
Not necessarily.
Most.
But he didn't answer a single one.
Right.
And he couldn't think on his feet. Not I was talking earlier about Biden not being able to whip stuff out his butt to have a clap back at Trump.
Yeah.
But he didn't have anything aside from his talk tracks. He didn't have
Yeah.
a thought in his head or a comeback at all. And he wasn't able to say anything that we haven't heard before.
Oh, he's a yes man. But what I'm saying is, for what he is, he did a good job. Like, if they're like, you're Pence.
I don't know if I can get on board with that.
But I guess, your expectation of him as a candidate and as a
But if you start
politician-
that debate going, I bet Pence is going to come out here, say a bunch of nonsense about nothing, and then he's going to be done. And then he does it, and you go, he actually did it pretty... I think that's preposterous.
Well, but to his base, I mean, he hit all the talking points that, that their base looks for. So,
But it's the same stuff that's been said over and over and over again. Anything he trailed on about
Yeah.
was just absolute, we have to do this for the American people. They expect more. American people want more, blah, blah, blah. So people in the audience are really going, hey, yeah.
Well, because
it's just more of the same.
he is the monotone, constant, the even keeled, consistent guy. Trump's the up, Trump's the scat man,
Sure, yeah.
Biden's the beat, or Pence is the beat. But he that's why he is in the role he is. That's
But you
why he was
hold
given.
fast that he did a good job.
He did a good job being Pence. And
He can't do anything
and
else. That's the-
upholding his thing. No, you put anybody else in that position, he did it. They would have done a way better job. But he, as Pence, did a good job. That's all I'm saying.
But if I went up there and I fucked it all up and said all the wrong things and goofed around and made jokes I shouldn't have made and got off stage and everybody else was like I was a disaster, but you're like, no, he Jeffed that one. And you'd be okay with
I
that.
often use Jeff as a verb.
And then people would argue and you'd be like, nope, for what he can do, he did a great job.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I'd have to watch it again. But I just
God.
thought it was.
There's a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought she did a far better job than him. But I thought, if I was grading his performance as a politician, as Mike Pence, I would have given him a B or a B plus. I think we're talking different. We're talking different angles.
I agree, but your bar is so low
Well,
that I don't think it's worth an argument.
Trump is president. Of course, my bar is low.
I guess.
And also compared to the presidential debate, at least the vice president's, and the what do they call that? It's not called the vice president debate.
Yep.
It is.
Vice presidential debate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At least there was discussion and discourse and there was a repartee. I don't know. More so than
Oh, there was
Trump
give and take, yes, because
Yeah.
there were more silence and availability to speak than there was in the presidential. The presidential
That's
was
all I'm
absolute
saying.
nonsense that I can't believe even was allowed to go on.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean there was discourse and there was conversation. There was, I think she came prepared and he came with his talk tracks. There's a difference.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we're just, I don't know.
We might be saying the same thing.
Maybe we are.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway. With
All
this
right.
being live,
Yes.
I have to go check and make sure my toilet works.
Okay. You want me to vamp for a little bit?
Yes, please.
You know how good I am at that. Okay, we can do a little bit of that. So we're talking about how nothing really is changed in the last, almost 50 minutes. I think that's partly because a lot of these states are too close, and of course the amount of mail-in votes that were cast. Advance polling that happened, that's going to mean all of this stuff is way further lagged behind than it normally is. Jeff was saying earlier that normally they would have the inauguration in March because they had to get through all of these, count all the ballots, the mechanics to do all that was not there. Now we've, of course, increased the technology, but because of COVID, I think that timeline is going to be lengthened again. So I'm not too sure. They're not really talking about when we're going to have a definitive answer, and that's probably because so many states are different and track their results differently, based on who's allowed to vote and when. So we'll look for that. All that we're hoping tonight is that we have something, some direction, some glimpse of hope, and some little bit of blue to lay our head down at the end of the night. Still 192, 111 if you're watching the CBC feed. Still 209, 118 if you're watching the post feed. And still up in the air if you're watching our feed. But we sure enjoy you guys joining us. We're going to talk about Mitch McConnell winning. No, that's a lie. We're going to talk about canoes. I think while Jeff's gone, I think I'm just going to make an arbitrary decision right here and right now. We're gonna bring Jeff's booing me. We're gonna bring canoes back. I mean, Jeff did all this work to redesign the logo you can see on the top left of your screen there, and I think it's pretty fantastic. So if you're into the logo, then the show can only exceed that. So maybe we'll revamp it. We tried it as a video cast, or we tried doing video and the podcast. My vote is to just come back as a podcast. Jeff will weigh in when he gets here. What are you folks drinking tonight? I'm drinking Jeff's beer. We've got Sleeman's Original on tap.
Oh, sure.
Feel like it goes... No, I can't. For me,
I'm not driving.
Yeah. Chime in. Go ahead. Throw something in the comments there. Let me know how your night is being inebriated. I guess, why do they hold these things on a Tuesday? This should really be a Friday event.
And it should be a holiday.
It should be a holiday. It should be on a Friday. Everyone should go out, vote, and then get liquored after. I think that's the reason. That's the way to get voter turnout up.
Yeah, why? It makes no sense that the most critical day of the year, like they have a holiday literally next week, right?
Yep.
Remembrance Day, they have Veterans Day, right? Same thing.
Yeah.
They have a day off. Why? It's not going to be a huge conflict if they have a full day off, and I know I'm not saying anything like everyone's going to be like, no. Why? It just makes no sense that they don't let everyone have the day off to go and vote. At the very least, there should be a mandate to allow employers to let people go and vote. I think that would actually give you a really clear indication of who you're working for and who you're working with, of whether or not they allow you to go and leave the building to go and vote early. If they are willing to close their doors at, noon or through 2 p.m. or whatever, so everyone can go and get in line and vote, there could also be a allowable stand-in opportunity for. I'm not a fantastic entrepreneur, but why can't people go and stand in line for you to wait? People that are younger and healthy should be doing that for the elderly and the infirm.
Placeholder.
They should absolutely be allowed to do that if they can.
Yeah.
And if there's not a program like that, somebody set that up. I don't see how you could possibly make money doing it unless people are going to pay to hold my spot.
Sure. Why not? But why couldn't you pay someone to hold your spot?
I guess you could. I
As
just
long
don't
as
know.
you are the person casting the ballot.
Is that a growth industry? I don't know.
Well, probably not. I mean, you got to find people who are willing to do that, and you got to find somebody who's willing to spend that much money to vote.
They shouldn't have to spend money to vote, Brad. I disagree.
No, they don't.
Fight,
that,
fight,
That
fight.
was one of those things in the election. There used to be poll taxes. Oh, that was the thing that
Poll
Florida
taxes?
did. Yeah, poll taxes. You have to pay to vote.
What? Did
Well-
you agree to do the podcast again without me while I was going to the bathroom?
Everybody, all the people commented said we should do it.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Show me.
Well, not now. It's already gone through
Oh,
the thread.
it's-
Yeah, it's
there's
way
so-
back in the feed. You
So
have to
many
look at it.
comments.
Yeah, no, that documentary was quite interesting
What documentary?
about the voting rights.
Oh, sorry. What
Yeah.
was about the voting rights? Go ahead.
The Leo DiCaprio one. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, the one that you couldn't quite remember it clearly.
Well, I get the gist of it. You know, it's
Okay.
the Explained series on Netflix. So, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, there is a great documentary on Prime. If you happen to have Prime, it is called "Totally Under Control." It goes through the coronavirus from last December 2019 all the way through the pratfalls that everyone experienced in a behind-the-scenes way with interviews of the actual scientists and doctors who were involved with the process, and it's very frustrating to watch. But there are some. It's frustrating to watch.
I'm listening.
But there are some moments in it that they're like talking to the camera, and even they're testifying in Congress or the Senate, whichever it is, and they're actually breaking almost into tears because of what they're being put through. And you can really tell. And I really encourage you guys to watch it. It's called Totally Under Control if you have Prime, or if you can find it online. Wink, wink. Totally Under Control, which is one of the things Trump always says about the pandemic. Oh, we got it totally under control. And it goes into detail that if you watched everything unfold on TV like I did, it's all very familiar. But if you don't know anything about it, then it's extremely eye-opening. And based on conversations I hear at the office, not a lot of people do what I do and actually follow it. So they have no idea what's going on, and everything is news to them about what's happened. And they're making assumptions based on lack of information. And for me to not jump up and start going on my soapbox, it's very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely go down a tangent of COVID, and I feel like a lot of people are just tired of hearing about it.
COVID?
Yeah,
Really? Is that what your stance is?
that they're tired of hearing about it.
Do you think it's a legitimate thing to be sick of hearing about it?
I don't know how to answer this. Is it a legitimate thing to be sick of hearing about it? I think much like people have Trump fatigue, I think a lot of people have COVID fatigue in the same way. Yeah, because I think if you don't have the information,
Yeah.
then you're more inclined to be frustrated by it because you don't know.
I agree.
What
This is
you
a hot
say.
topic.
It's a very hot topic, and that's what I was going to say. I was like, I feel
Yeah.
like we could talk about this ad nauseum, and I just
Yes.
wonder if folks who are watching would necessarily be interested in that because there's so much conversation about it already. But I mean, I agree. I think we've got to do deeper dives and yeah.
Yes, Biden is 213 and Trump is 118. Yes.
Still, anybody's game.
Russ, I do that all the time. But when I do have the information, I get even angrier.
Right.
But like somebody taking, in BC here in British Columbia, at the time this conversation really happened, 200 deaths had taken place.
Right.
What's the big deal was the phrase that was
Right.
used. That's frustrating.
Yeah, and I think and that's a fault of the messaging. I think so much the messaging has been about the health implications. The sick and the infirm, those who are at high risks. Protecting those people. But really, at the end of the day, the issue is not that. The issue is that if our hospitals, our healthcare system is on such a tight thread, whether it succeeds or it fails. Like the amount of sway that we have either way is so small. It takes the smallest influx to put our system into critical a critical state, and that's because it's chronically underfunded, and most healthcare systems are. So instead of the messaging being about protect your neighbor, protect your loved one, protect your old lady or your grandma, it should be about protect our healthcare system, because guess what? If we don't take COVID seriously, all of the healthcare that you've come to take for granted is gone.
Yeah, and the people who are taking care of people,
Yeah.
acknowledge,
Yeah.
are overwhelmed as it is.
Yes.
Even at this lower level, having people come in with that type of concern and issues and delicacy. I mean, just having to, what Alana was talking about, having to put on a whole hazmat suit almost and go through all these barriers to give somebody a pill,
Yeah.
and then you're done, you have to go back out. That alone is exhausting. To do that, to imagine having to do that to a heightened degree on multiple levels to many more patients,
Yeah.
and then have your own health at risk, your own family at risk because of you. You know, you're a superhero, but your part of your powers is that you have the power to also kill people if you're not careful. Like, that's a very risky thing to weigh on yourself as well, let alone doing your job while you're carrying it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why people don't think that's a delicate issue.
No, and unfortunately, yeah, the there's so much information out there, and then that, of course, is combined with, information that's not accurate, and then people's point of views, and it all gets mashed together. And with folks getting so much of their news from social media, I think it becomes very challenging to get a clear message out there. And then it's, what do you say? You have people's attention for a very short amount of time. So what's the most poignant thing? Do you say wear a mask? Do you say this? Or do you give all of the nuance as to why it's important?
It's difficult to do that because you may not have all the information, then you're wrong.
Right, and that is also a problem. And they say oh, masks don't do anything. Oh, now we need to wear a mask. Well, there's reasons why that information is changing, but the public may not be privy to that, or they might not do a good job of messaging that.
Or it gets twisted because Trump says, "Oh, well, he said not to wear masks. Now he says to wear masks. Which is it?" That's how learning works.
Yeah,
well, we have more information.
And he has done more for. Propagating this, I don't know if that's the right word, but
Yep.
Making it, making the misinformation and making the virus itself worse than really anything. Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
And he's being rewarded by a big jump in the polls. We've just, according to the CBC stream, we've got Trump at 133.
Yet they still have Biden at 192. Yet I have Biden and
At 213.
turning
How can
7
they be this far off? That's nuts.
has Biden at 213. So that doesn't even make any sense. However, from 118 to 133 is a jump. What?
Oh my God, that QAnon supporter won their house,
Oh my God.
or won their seat rather.
Is it that blonde lady?
I don't know. I missed the runner there.
So-
Oh boy.
That is 15 electoral seats. I don't know what state that is that he won. That is 15, or how many he won. That is 15. Possibly Georgia. Oh,
Okay.
North Carolina. I bet
Yeah.
that probably did it. So North Carolina probably is going to go to Trump.
North Dakota.
South
and
Carolina already did, so I guess that wouldn't be surprising necessarily.
North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma are all being called for Trump.
Biden wins Hawaii, which is crazy because it's as west coast as you can get.
Yeah, I guess small. Not a lot of votes. What do they have? They have half an electoral seat.
Good question.
A pipette.
Hawaii, 0%. Yet Biden took it. Well, that makes no sense.
How
Look
are
at
they
this stupid
calling
thing.
this thing?
0%. 0% counted.
Yeah,
and yet
that's weird. No wonder there's going to be election results called into question here. Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
We're getting misinformation left, right, and center here.
Yeah.
4 electoral votes.
In Hawaii, that's more than I thought.
Yet still
Okay.
even on this second map, 0% has been counted. How does this even work?
It is hard to know.
We're learning so much.
Ohio is called.
Hi,
Again,
Mark.
we're referencing the. I am referencing the 2016 versus the 2020 results coming out now.
I would pop that up on the screen, but I don't want to crash our
Oh
feed
God,
again.
yeah. Yeah, no, everything's pretty much. It looks like New Hampshire might have snuck blue this time around. They've been surrounded by blue states for a while, but yeah, that might be a small change.
Well, I'm not too. I don't know if anyone else is. I will be, Kyle. Don't worry. If anyone else is a bit more understanding of this at the Senate, the House, and the governor races, I'd love to be more informed on that stuff. It's not the only interesting one that's going on is the Senate race is 44 to 45
Oh boy.
in favor of the Republicans. So 45 Republicans, 44 to the Senate.
Okay.
The House is 145 to Republicans and 124. And the governor races are 26 to 23, so that's actually pretty close as well.
So really, I mean, what states do we have left to be undecided here? I'm worried. I'm worried.
Arizona,
Which is
74% is in, 8 points led by Biden, and 11 electoral votes value.
so we got 11.
Nevada is nothing, 6 electoral votes though.
17.
Montana's half counted. Trump is leading by 4%, and it's only worth 3 electoral votes.
20.
Texas is worth 38. Trump is leading by 6%.
58.
80% of it is counted. Have you got enough to count up? You want me to keep going?
Well, we're at 58, so that bridges the gap on the CBC poll, but it doesn't bridge the gap on yours. So what we're talking about is the amount of electoral seats up for grabs versus the distance between the two candidates at the moment.
So I don't know what you have for Iowa, but Trump's probably going to take Iowa. 92% counted, and Trump leads by 7%.
And how many seats in Iowa?
6.
6. That's 64.
Wisconsin, Trump's leading by 5. 75% counted. 10 electoral votes.
Jeepers creepers.
So Trump. So this could change pretty quickly.
And the states that you've all mentioned are all states that have previously gone Republican.
Have gone deep
Republican.
red, except for that one is already gone. Joe Biden won Illinois. All right.
Yeah. Fuck.
Brad.
Sorry. Ah.
Oh my God, Brickhouse is here.
What's that? Casa one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Hey, Jeff. Oh, no full names. Hi,
If I'm
a
reading
brick
this,
house.
my class is Trump.
Yeah, it's slightly concerning here. 64. That's
he's basically
more
on the
than
same,
enough.
He's on the same page as us. He's there's a potential Trump victory, but I mean we're just counting up some of the seats ourselves. We are no measure of professional electoral college professionals here. But yeah, it's actually looking kind of tight. Once these actual results are finalized and done, I mean by tonight, I know it's going to take months to actually reconcile everything, but things could change in not a New York minute, but a Texas
we
minute.
can't go to bed then.
Yeah, I guess not.
Well, we can't just go to sleep and let that happen.
What are we going to do?
We got to stay up.
We've got to
I
do
told
something.
you, we're the reason why it's still blue.
We've got to save things.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's goodness sakes. I mean, what does 4 more years of Trump look like? Orange?
You know what? 4 more years of Trump looks to him like 8 more years of Trump. I think he's really going to go balls to the wall and really double down on a lot of the stuff he's been
He's gonna
saying
go
because
balls,
the
yeah.
people have spoken. And
Ah,
I think because they're buying in
Yeah.
by that to what he's been, the rhetoric he's been saying, that justifies it all over again. I think he's really going to double down, and he's going to take his, 9-3 Supreme Court. What is it again? 9-4?
no, he has 2
It's-
extras.
Okay, well, it's preposterous. So he's going to be taking all this power, and he's going to be. No one has stopped anything he's even tried to do so far. So anything he attempts to do, he's going to get away with. So
Ah,
if you get Trump in again, he's basically going to go balls to the wall, and he's going to do whatever the hell he wants, and no one's going to stop him because everyone's going to go, "What did we do?" Because no one ever accounted for this.
like the first time around, we've had practice.
Yeah, we've had
should
4 years
know.
of-
We
we've
should
had
have
4
a
years of
contingency
practice.
plan.
We keep saying we, though we respect we're Canadian, but still.
But we are we are Canadian, but we are so tied to the U.S. economically.
Did you know
We can see them.
California has a population of what?
33
36
million.
What?
Isn't it? Is it like 33 million?
Sure, let's say 35 million.
Okay.
This is off the top of our heads in conversation.
Yeah.
That is almost all of Canada in one state.
That's why I remember it. It's 33.
And all of our population
Yeah.
is in Vancouver,
Yeah.
Victoria, Toronto, Ottawa, Quebec, Montreal, and Montreal,
Yeah.
Toronto, Ontario,
Yeah.
and that's not it, but that's a grand majority where everyone lives.
Right.
So you're talking about Edmonton, Alberta, Winnipeg, all these other places. Obviously, none of it territories really sparsed out.
Yep.
So we got really. It does make sense that we're so tied to the States because
Yeah.
we're so close to them,
Yes.
and B, there's not much else going on here.
No. Well, I mean, we're geographically, so what their policy affects us that way. We're trading partners. Like, there's so many facets that,
I
yeah.
talked to a forest company today, and I was trying to get I'm in sales. I was trying to get a conversation going about their trade and the vote that's going on today. And he said, we don't really do anything in the States. We only export to Japan and China. They're our biggest exporters. We don't do anything in the States.
Really?
And I was like, oh, well, you're like the only one on my list that doesn't do anything with the States whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah, so I wasted a good minute and a half pitch.
Beat it. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Nothing else has changed. This
nothing
just
else
in.
has changed.
It's just in. Everything's the
Jeez.
same.
Yeah. South Carolina.
With
Okay.
Columbia down the way.
We kind of knew that. So what,
Nothing else going
what's
on.
the cutoff here? So when we see,
270. I mean, there's no until we get past 270. It's
Yeah.
223 to 118 now.
yeah,
Until we get past that bar, just like us here in Canada, it's first past the post. This is essentially first past the post, but it's electoral votes, which is
Right.
frustrating because it's this stupid numbers game that doesn't even make sense. I'm sure there's a lot of details. If anyone knows a
oh
lot
hey,
about the electoral
223.
vote,
Did
yeah,
you
I
just
just
say
said
that?
223 now,
Sorry.
yeah. Which is a silly numbers game that's almost playing with people's hearts because the popular vote doesn't matter. And the popular vote alone is so close. Biden is at 59.5 million and Trump is at 58.2 million. That's only $1.5 million difference. $1.25 million difference, if my math is not right, which it never is. But it's $1.25 million difference, which is not that much. When you're talking about 120, 130 million people,
Yeah.
only off by 1 million that's crazy. That's crazy how divided they are.
Well, and that's the question I have is, are they really that divided? I mean, there's a whole gradient, right? No, but I mean, there's a gradient of voter. There's got to be some voters who are like, yeah, well, I like Trump's immigration policy or lack thereof, but I also like Biden's wearing a mask. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be people who are like, so I lean, okay, I'm slightly this way or I'm slightly this way.
Right. So I guess.
What's the independent
But
vote?
is I don't know. To me, Trump is just so far drastically off the ball.
Oh, I hear ya.
Can't fathom anybody voting for him. I just can't.
No, I get it. And yet, millions of people are like, he's doing an awesome job.
Because and they're completely uninformed, and they have Fox News to thank, and they only have digest the information that they and his Fox News and right wing
But
media give them.
we're very similar here in Canada.
Are we?
I do believe
I'm just
that.
so set in my ways.
Yeah. No, I think that we are very
I think it's
polar.
grayer here.
I think we like to think we're grayer, but I think it's more. I mean, I don't have a good example that I can point to other than, when you look at, say, like somebody like Jason Kenney, Premier of Alberta. But just like, the platform on which he runs and, the things that he touts, they're very, they're not Trump-esque, but, they are Republican in...
Short-sighted.
Sure, but I mean they're that kind of mandate. They're ultra conservative. They're Republican stances. So yeah, I mean I would say the midsection, much like the United States, the midsection of our country, I think is very much a red, or I guess here it's switched, but
Yeah.
blue. But
For sure.
yeah, I don't know. I think we like to think we're more liberal than we are.
Yeah, everyone's right. This is looking like a bloodbath. not a bloodbath, but it looks like blood in the water for sure.
Yeah. Oh, shark.
Obviously, that's an analogy for red, but the one we've got here is seemingly more.
Are you gonna change the link again?
No, I would
Oh.
definitely not going to touch anything, but they seem more confident than the one I'm looking at on my computer. Does that still say 223 and 118?
Oh shoot, I can't read
I
that.
can't read it.
Have to
Looks
get
like it.
really close. Yep. No, 136.
Oh, Montana just went to Donald Trump, officially.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So just next to Washington State and after Idaho to the right, for those of those
Sure.
who don't know states, is now just as I was saying that, it went dark red, and the winner is Trump.
But we're still 136, 223. I mean, there's still a good amount of space in between them. You know, my concern, I guess the real telltale is going to be how, Arizona and Nevada go.
Yeah,
Nevada traditionally goes blue.
Arizona's looking Biden, which is
I think
Right.
that will be one of. I mean, he needs it.
11 electoral votes, 75% counted,
Yeah.
and he's ahead by 8 points.
So that's good. So I think that's going to be the
Uh-oh.
real story at the end of this.
Iowa just went to Trump,
Okay.
6 more electoral votes. There it is, 145.
Okay.
So it's currently 223 to 145.
Okay.
And as we were saying that sentence, Iowa just went to Donald Trump.
So we've shaved that down to about 80.
Biden is in the lead on the popular vote, 60 million to 58.7.
Wow, that is so close.
Still 1.25 million.
That is so close. I mean, I guess, if you're.
But he was at one. I mean, I remember when he was in the 90s. Now he's at 145.
Yep.
So
Yep.
things change pretty slowly around here,
Yeah.
but they still change nonetheless.
So we did some quick math where we added up all
And
the.
Iowa says. Sorry. I definitely didn't spit on you because there's
No, I know you're good. I was just sad that another state went that way.
Oh wait, I did say Iowa. Yes.
So yeah, so if we count, so give me those numbers one more time. We got
Hold on. The remaining electoral votes.
yeah, just do the red states, the ones that have traditionally gone red. I'm gonna use my calculator so I don't muck it up.
Well, you know how much I have to. So I'm not counting Nevada because last in 2016 they went blue. Is that what you mean?
That's right. Well, then we'll add the other ones up in a second.
6.
Whoa, hang on, gotta do this on my
I'm
calculator.
the one doing the hard work here. I got to reference two.
Okay.
two maps. Oh
6.
shit! Nope. Sorry, Utah is Trump. Okay. Arizona 11,
Okay.
38,
Okay.
29,
Okay.
16,
Good Lord. Yep.
13, 20.
Yep.
16. That's the same state. 10.
159. I feel like
Oh
that's
wait, sorry. Never mind. I went blue.
okay. So that's the red states, and so that's up for grabs in the Republican states. What's left on the blue states?
6.
And I can do this in my head.
What else do you want to talk about?
That's it?
And North Carolina is formerly blue. Oh no, sorry.
North Carolina
No,
went to
never
Trump.
mind. Sorry. I
Yeah.
already kind of.
It should be just
4. 10 total.
Nevada and Arizona.
Maine,
Oh, Maine hasn't gone yet.
Maine, and Nevada.
So,
So
sorry,
Arizona is really important, and if anything new happens in Texas, because before it was shaded blue,
yeah.
and now it's definitely looks like it's going to Trump. So 79% in, 6 points ahead for Trump, 38 electoral votes.
So 10. Oh my gosh.
This is actually getting a bit of a nail biter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't think like the math doesn't seem to add up. That's 159 seats up for grabs.
It almost looks like a foregone conclusion that Trump's going to take it again.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord.
What a world.
Yeah, because all Biden's got up for grabs is those 10.
we're in the darkest timeline.
So I guess we have to see if, I mean, Nevada's not going to call for a while, but if Arizona goes red, I think the writing's on the wall at that point.
If Arizona goes red,
Yeah.
that is the biggest potential for Biden.
Yeah.
So I think yes, he'll get Arizona. Trump will get Arizona, Texas, Florida. The rest are all pretty much who cares. There's no way Nevada's 6 is enough,
Oh.
and Maine's 4 is only 10.
And Iowa.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's my cutoff.
Okay, we haven't talked about the world's reaction.
Okay.
A global reaction if Trump wins another 4 years. What do you think is going to happen? Everybody else chime in. Go ahead. What do you think is going to happen to the U.S., not only the dollar as the baseline, but the U.S.'s leadership, quote unquote, on the global stage, which is already obviously teetering. But do you think this will think of Merkel, Macron, well, you can't think of that guy in the UK, what's his name again? Boris Johnson. Putin is going to be happy as hell. Kim Jong-un is probably going to attack.
Where?
Anywhere. He's got a missile
just
that can land anywhere in the U.S. now.
Anywhere. He's not going to attack the U.S. He loves Trump.
No, he doesn't. He
No?
was playing him for a fool. He
Who's
doesn't.
playing who for a fool?
Yes, Trump is that smart. Kim Jong-un has a missile that can reach the States. So if
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he'd ever fire that.
America's at its weakest,
Yeah.
knock it down.
But he doesn't have the firepower. I mean, South
he
Korea's
does.
like this big.
And yeah, but they believe they're the little chihuahua that
Yeah.
thinks they're a big bulldog. So if they are the ones that take that down, imagine what that does to them on the world stage.
I just finished watching Midway, so I fancy myself a bit of a military expert. And if I if I know anything about technology,
By the time the credits
70
rolled,
yes.
I could probably wage war on a small nation.
I don't think it'll happen. I think that South Korea, although they have that missile, they don't have. I mean, United States has 30 missiles. North Korea. Sorry, thank you. South Korea.
South Korea too. Oh my God, we're doomed.
They have even less. But I mean, the States has got to have 10 for every one of their missiles.
Oh, the retaliation will be swift and
Yeah.
powerful, but that's
And
that's
NORAD.
that's gonna weaken and Borat.
Borat too. NORAD.
Uh,
Don't forget about NORAD.
Well, but the retaliation methodology at all is going to weaken them even more because everyone in the world is going to say just don't. But of course, Trump's going to say beep.
Yeah, that's why I think that they won't do it. I don't know, just my 2 cents. God.
I don't think all those leaders on the other side of the world give a flying F about what happens on this side of the world because they're way over there.
Oh, I see. So and you're probably right, and I would agree with that point that they're just going to be like, all right, whatever, and continue doing their thing. And because I mean, Trump is a nationalist, so he doesn't really care about them.
Yeah.
We're really
my
depressed.
mood has changed.
Yeah, I know.
In the
It's-
last 5 minutes.
Sucks. Okay, well, you know what? It's not over until the Arizona divide is filled. Right?
Even so,
Oh, I want to
Because-
hug you so bad.
because if Biden's at 223,
Oh.
careful now.
Yeah.
Biden's at 223.
Yeah.
So 223 plus 11 is 234. Plus 4 is 238.
No, the numbers.
And then
I mean, that's what
Nevada-
they must be calling that at this point.
Like the most he can get is 244. Like
Yeah.
unless something dramatic happens in Texas. Oh my God! Unless I'm missing something,
Nope.
I'm open to suggestions here.
Arizona looks. Oh, so on the CBC feed, they've got Arizona as blue.
Okay.
So that might help.
Yep.
Colorado.
They got Arizona.
Wish Ian Handsome Man thing would step out of the way. Ian, you're blocking the map. Yeah. Anyway,
Is that Ian Hanamansi?
Yeah, he lost some weight.
Oh my
eh?
god!
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Hope he's okay. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they took their map away, but
Let's
we're
not
still...
forget about Alaska and their 3.
Oh, how is it looking?
Gray.
Okay. Oh, they decided to opt out with Arizona or with
No, it's
Nevada?
overcast. This is where the bad
Nobody
jokes
votes
come.
on an overcast day. We wanted to, but
Well,
yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we 145 now for Trump. But we knew that already. That changed already.
it's 1:45 and he's the 45th president.
CBC.
Oh
Ugh.
my god.
CBC is half an hour behind on their feed. They're still reporting numbers from 10 minutes ago, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, man, I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. I
It's
guess
not
the good
looking
news
good.
is that at least things seem to be relatively reserved, and folks are, like, I'm not getting any stories about chaos. That's
Yet.
a plus. No, I think that's the one thing about a Trump win. I think things will be cooler. Maybe.
The Guardian might be good. Manage my cookies. No, yeah. Take all my information. Go ahead.
Get your hands off my cookies. What are they calling?
Same 223 145. So
Okay.
I got 3 saying 223 145. So
Come on, CBC.
We're all good.
Okay.
CBC is just behind. Well, I told you the data.
That's right. The
You know,
border.
it's a series of tubes.
Right.
As soon as it gets cold pipes.
I thought cold was supposed to make things more efficient. Like,
No, it's
No?
it slows down.
okay.
Like you can even slow light down if you cool it down enough.
Really?
Technically, no.
Okay.
It's always constant. There's not much you can do.
Okay. So we're waiting for that Arizona.
We're just waiting for the
Come
Arizona.
on.
Come on,
What was
Arizona.
that Nick Cage freeing Arizona?
What?
That Nick Cage movie? Wrestling Arizona.
Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona.
The Rock.
It wasn't The Rock. It was Nicolas Cage.
I know, but The Rock is a good movie. It just
Oh.
reminded me of Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
The Rock's an awesome movie. And not Sigourney
Sean
Weaver.
Connery.
Sigourney Weaver died. Sean Connery died.
Yeah, that was sad too. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, he left a great legacy behind. Yeah, Trump might take this.
Well, folks, we tried. We thought with our presence that we might be able to steer this ship.
Yeah.
It's not over
See?
yet.
Game over, methinks. See? Everyone else is doing the math too.
Can we?
Go back in time.
Yeah, is that possible?
Yes, if we just take some data and
Okay.
we slow it down to a crawl.
It's so slow it starts going backwards. That's what happens in Saskatchewan. Sorry,
Yeah.
Saskatchewan.
Huh.
Wow,
Oh
man.
boy.
Okay. Trying to
What?
think, how can we turn this ship around?
Okay, I really didn't think Trump would win another 4 years.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah,
That's why I'm like,
on-
we should do this because it'd be awesome to drink beer and celebrate Trump losing.
Honestly, I didn't picture a version of this where he won again. I'm blown away
Yeah.
that despite everything, I don't know what
Okay,
to
well,
say.
we gotta end this thing on a happy note. There's gotta be some. What's the light here? What's the happiness factor?
But remember when he won the first time and it was such a what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
It's no less shocking now
No.
because of everything he's actually done.
Yeah.
Before it was a circus show. Now he's done, like, I don't think a news cycle goes by without his damn name in it about something that if anyone else did it, and I'm not saying anything anybody doesn't know here, if anyone else did it, it would be chaos. I mean, it is chaos, but I mean, the right would hop on. Obama once wore a pin and it went upside down as he walked around, and
Oh, the
the
American
pin was
flag
upside
pin.
down.
Yeah. I
the
remember that.
pin, his American flag pin was
Yeah.
upside down. Oh my God, it was a whole day on Fox News about this.
Oh, CBC just caught up, and they're not even current on their numbers, but
Oh,
now
they
they're
just updated to Biden to
they're
205.
calling 205 133.
Are you sure that's live?
It says live. Yeah.
Huh. Up here in Canada, he's at 205.
Well, maybe that'll be the thing. Maybe because we've all been through this once already, we know the story. We're like, okay, he wins. This is what he's gonna do. What are the Senate houses looking like? The Senate houses.
Senate is
What
a
is the
dead
Senate?
heat, 45 to 45.
It's not good. What does the House look like?
137 Oh, sorry. Yeah, 144. House 137 Democrat, 151 Republican. So they're going to take the House, which is unfortunate. Governor race 23 Democrat, 26. Governor race. Is that what I said?
Yep.
Governor race 23 Democratic, 26 Republican.
Well then,
Yeah. Well then, it's gonna be
that is a scratcher.
A lot of people were talking about blue waves.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I don't see it at all. This is
Unless it's the mail-in ballots that are like maybe
But-
they're all.
but these are called. So unless there is a review over the next 2 to 3 months,
How are they calling these states already? That's what I don't understand. With
Oh,
100
shit.
million.
Florida is Trump.
Fuck.
Shit, he just got Florida 29 electoral votes, 174 to Trump. This is crazy. We're watching. This is where democracy dies. We're actually watching it happen. That's crazy.
I wish.
Wow.
Uh,
I can't often say that I'm actually shocked, but I'm actually shocked.
yeah. Well, folks, I don't know. What do we say? I don't think the mood's gonna get any more jovial.
I'm borderline. I'm calling it for Trump.
Yeah. I guess if I had a timeline on how much of the votes counted in Arizona, give me one more of those. Give me a
Arizona.
little- in Arizona. That's my
75% is counted in Arizona.
okay. So it's still 8 points up.
8 points for Biden.
Okay.
Nevada is
Not-
2% counted, but Trump is leading by 44%.
Ugh.
At 1%, he was leading by 56%, I think.
And then there's what, Delaware, or what's the one
There's
on
still
the...
Pennsylvania, which is 20. That's going to be a hot race, but Trump is leading that by 15 points, with
Oh, Maine.
64% in.
Who won Maine? Maine's still
Maine will go
undecided.
to Biden probably because it's
Yeah, but it's a whole one seat.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is there an asterisk next to it?
What if Pennsylvania goes blue? Then what happens?
If Pennsylvania goes blue, Trump is leading by 15 points with 64%. I don't see that happening, but it's 20 electoral votes.
Ladies and gentlemen, and others, we're sorry. Tried our darn canoes. Well, you know what? Now we have to start canoes up again
We
because
have
there's
to.
going to be so much
There's
to
so
talk
much
about.
to talk about.
We've got to do it.
Why did we stop when he got voted in? It doesn't,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense.
I think, well, we were so disenfranchised at that point.
It was the perfect time to keep going.
Oh, heavens. Yeah, okay.
Well, now we know how to do our podcast
Yep.
live
Yeah.
by video.
Yep.
So we can do that and record it and then post them live. And we'll have plenty of fodder to talk about because World War III is going to start
Yep.
around 2021 and a half.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty much going to be it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe it'll be okay. But you know what? We'll be here to talk about it.
But even if he wins, it's still rigged.
For him.
All right, but it's still rigged.
Oh,
so
in general.
shouldn't he fight? I won. That's
Oh.
preposterous.
Oh, yeah,
This
right.
election is rigged.
Yeah, totally. I'd love to see that.
We have to investigate.
That's awesome. He ends up investigating and then losing. He finds all the stolen ballots.
Yeah. They're in his car.
Backfired. Okay. Well, thank you for those who joined us and stuck with us for almost 4 hours. We really appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. It was a nice trial run at our live streaming and great graphics and incorporating a bunch of different stuff. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. And I think we'll continue. And we have Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's her. She won the seat in the House. I can't believe it.
She's the QAnon.
Like when you want to talk about conspiracy theorists, like these people literally believe there's politicians drinking blood to continue their aging process based on satanic rituals, and that Trump is a messiah to lead them all to the Holy Land. And she's a U.S. senator. They literally believe what I just said. They literally believe it, and I'm using the word literally properly. They literally believe that, and she's now a senator.
This is my face for the next 4 years.
Oh my god. I mean, she's not bad, but
Maybe they're right and we're wrong. Maybe QAnon.
maybe they are drinking blood.
Epstein did kill himself. Wait, is that the right thing? I don't know.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he absolutely, definitely killed himself.
Okay.
Yes. He hung himself with the weight of 3 times his own weight. He hung himself with the weight of 3 times his own weight. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, thanks, Russ. Joe Biden's going to make a statement.
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
Where?
Should we stay together for this? Like, I feel like this is we've got a little
Yes.
family group going here. Okay. I'll try and bring it up on CBC.
I'm trying to keep my Wi-Fi down. So, where are you, Russ? Where are you looking at? Where is he going to make a statement?
Oh, my thing went. Yeah, we'll have to do it on you, buddy, because my phone died.
Okay. CNN. Trump wins Florida. There it is.
You know,
Biden expected to speak soon. Yeah, that was 20 minutes ago. Ross, that was 22 minutes ago. So behind.
well, yeah.
Huh.
Interesting, I guess. I mean, I don't know how the polls could have been that wrong. Again.
Even
we-
CNN's behind too. Biden at 215 and Trump at 136.
Yeah.
Still. House is not that bad, you know. On there, reading on CNN, 143 to 152.
Yeah.
It's not the worst.
But if they have the
139,
Senate and the
153.
House
and the president.
and the President.
Oh man. What do you say?
I don't know. CNN live stream. Oh,
I'm on.
that's where you're at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to know.
How can
yeah.
I don't understand how you can be watching another live stream when your eyes are stuck to us?
I mean, yeah.
How is that even possible? Let's talk about that.
Well, our core group of viewers have stuck with us, and
We appreciate the window being open.
yeah.
Joe Biden is feeling good.
Feeling good, eh?
Awesome. Oh,
So-
here he is.
Okay. So we'll all pause while
I can't even hear it. What's going on here?
because you're streaming on the.
Oh.
I'm talking to folks in Philly, Allegheny County, Scranton, and they're really encouraged by the turnout and what they see. Look,
Can you guys hear
we
this?
can
Okay.
know the results as early as tomorrow morning, but it may take a little longer, as I've said all along.
Listen.
It's not my place or Donald Trump's place to declare who's won this election. That's the decision of the American people.
Here's the
But
deal.
I'm optimistic about this outcome. And I want to thank every one of you who came out and voted in this election. And by the way, Chris Coons and the Democrats, congratulations here in Delaware.
Oh, that's his state, is it?
Pardon?
Must be.
Hey, John, the Gov, yeah, the whole team, man. You've done a great job. I'm grateful.
Don't interrupt him.
Poll workers,
He is
to our
such a
volunteers, our
gomer.
canvassers, everyone who participated
He's
in
definitely
this
not the
democratic
best.
process.
Man, I
I'm
wish
grateful
Bernie got
to
it.
all
No doubt.
my supporters here in Delaware and all across the nation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And folks, you heard me say it before. Every time I walk out of my grandpa's house up in Scranton, he'd yell, "Joey, keep the faith." And my grandma, when she was alive, yelled, "No, Joey, spread it. Keep the faith, guys. We're going to win this." Thank you, thank you, thank you.
My
Well,
my
you heard
grandma
the-
would say, "Hey, eat your apple. Finish up. Keep the faith." Don't try to color it, Joe. Just
Yeah.
what do they say that you remember?
Well.
My grandpa would come out sharpening his knife. And he'd be whittling away, and he'd say, "Hey," he'd say, "Keep the faith." And hey, you're gonna be late for school. Come on, Joe. Thank God.
Good old
He's
Joe.
confident he's gonna win.
No, he's not. He knows the writing's
We
on the wall.
believe we're on track to win this election. He says.
Well, what? When did he say that?
Oh,
Yesterday? Yeah.
last Wednesday.
Yeah. I think he's on CBC time. He hasn't caught the latest polls
Yeah.
either.
Once the
Um,
numbers start coming in, listen. Here's the deal.
We're gonna do okay. Things are gonna be great. You're right. Here comes a positive ending.
Okay,
Yeah.
Biden wins Minnesota. Okay, so where's Minnesota?
I
I'm
keep
so
trying to
sorry.
book in this, but Jeff just wants to keep going.
Where is Minnesota? Which is 10. Okay, well that doesn't really help, did it? You trying to book in this? Sorry, you want to sign
No,
off?
no,
Okay.
we've done the math. I don't know, man. I just don't know how this turns out different. And like we've crunched them numbers, unless there's
Prove us wrong. Are we wrong on the math?
yeah. I'm pretty sure we've got them. It's just that the numbers they skew so badly the other way
Yes.
that he would have to win like 5 of those states in order to be close.
Yeah, I thought we'd be done by 9. So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like pretty damn clear.
Yeah. Well, I think it was pretty damn clear at 9. If Biden had won one of those swing states, then it would have
And
been.
look, 2 million more of the 1.5 million more actually still the same. It was 1.25 before.
So he's
but
still he'll win the popular
he'll win the
vote.
popular vote, but
He won't
because of
win.
the stupid electoral college, he
Yeah.
will lose.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. Cool. Well, anyway, here's our button.
So the other day, I was,
yeah. It's like Jeff used to always say to me, say, Brad, is when
Hey,
you're going out.
you're gonna be late for school.
Yeah, shopping. Make sure you take a cloth bag with you because they don't accept plastic in many places. So stay positive. Thanks, folks. Jeff, any signing off words?
No, I mean I could really go on for hours, just kind
poor guy.
of kicking over
To
stools.
you folks, sign off with love.
And apparently we've signed on for 4 more years of Canoes podcast, which we'll do live here, just like this. Why not? And we'll record them, and you'll invite all your friends. Thanks, everybody.
Good night. Thanks for joining us.
I'm so sorry about the results. Oh, Brad froze. Oh, sorry. I'll take care of that. There we go. How do I do this again?